Ladies and Germans, how are you all doing? I am Conover.
And I'm Rangru. Hello, hello, hello.
And we promised you some more of this Steel Division League action, and we will deliver today. We are back on St. Mary Glees, the duelist map this time. And this is the Asia Division, I believe, as well. So, Rang, take us through the combatants.
Run left hand side in blue, we have Rinters as the 3rd Canadian Infantry Division, and Rinters is currently number 4 on the leaderboard of the day of recording. And on the right hand side, we have Corbeau as the 3rd Feldjäger, and he is currently the top dog on the Asia Division League so far. And of course, the thing that we may all have noticed up north is the Dream Machine light Italian pasta tank rush.
Okay, so why is that such a meme?
Well, when you think of 3rd Feldjäger, I think one of the last things you think of is tank rush.
This is definitely true.
It's
definitely
so
true.
we got 6 Fiat L6E whatever Panzer L6s, a Dingo for moral support, as well as one Feldjäger. A very light everywhere else, nothing down south. Well, maybe like 2. No, that's going to be nothing down south. Those flamethrowers are just going into town.
Night on fire.
So this is extremely ballsy, because if this doesn't work, Corbeau's kind of buggered, and there's a lot of reasons why this couldn't work. The main one being is if he runs into a Ram 2, there's not really much you can do against a Ram 2. At the same time, it's just we're just gonna have to see how this bloody pans out.
How the bloody Panzer rush pans out?
The bloody Panzer rush, hopefully for Corbeau to get some bloody kills. With the Dingo moral support, that's the quite surprisingly, that's actually a very important unit to have with this rush.
That's true. That's true. Because the second those guys get stressed out, they do not want to be in the fight any longer.
Exactly.
But the breakout so far, as we might expect, we will see the 3rd. I'll let you figure out which one. Rush into the town.
Yep.
And indeed, a surprisingly modest breakout from the Germans. So removing that ambiguity right there.
It's just flamethrower troops. It's just flamethrower troops from the Germans. Just for basic, very, very basic defense. Really just to, just hold on the map a bit. Make sure lines don't move around. And oh look, there we go. 6 guys are up north.
Okay, the first little whisper, and they immediately have a shooter that's wounded. That's unfortunate. Wow.
Yeah, there goes the Rosp, and if he can stun...
Wow.
Those Fiats, they're very good, because their autocannon is fantastic. Shoots fast, high AP, lots of ammunition. They're very solid little light tanks for just an airborne division.
And I think at this point, Winter's just saying, I had a northern flank somewhere.
Where did it go?
Oh, he's driving all the way back. He's going to the absolute western limit here.
That's an interesting choice. I mean, it does make a bit more sense. But look, Rinters realizes there's nothing to stop him. So he's just going to rush up some Rosps and try to hope for the best, yeah. If he can knock out the spawn points, that's really Corbeau's best bet in delaying any action. But once again, he still has to fight in the town, and that's kind of tough for 3rd Feldjägers. Feldjägers don't really like that town.
So I was going to ask to see whether or not you would move on forward, but I think that is going to be removed from us as a concern, as Winters just says, screw waiting around. I want to push back whatever little vestige of troops he has left.
Yeah, and very little. I mean, we've got 6 guys in total.
Oh, dear
covering
Christ.
the flank.
Here comes the Ram 2.
Yep. If the Fiats, it's close range, if the Fiats can outmaneuver the Ram 2, then they may be able to make something happen, but you can't really plan the Ram 2 as the map is on the edge.
The trees!
Yeah, will that Ram 2 actually be able to do anything? I mean, he can shut off that one choke point essentially, but if you throw enough bodies, yeah.
Oh my gosh. This is the Soviet rush. This is Kursk right here. They are outgunned ever so slightly. The
Ram 2's a Ferdinand, and these Fiats are just T-34 76s.
That's number 1.
Ha ha ha.
Let him have it, boys.
Come on, don't get
number 2.
Okay, weapon stabbed. He's buggered. Rule it. It's gonna come down to suppression, I think, more than.
But you know what? Oh no, but from the side. He fires from the side. That could be completely deadly.
Just look at his ram too. He's just turning his turret around like, shit, who do I shoot next?
Okay, pardon me, guys. I gotta go and get myself a nice little picture of this.
Oh,
There we go. Oh, yeah. This is actually too good.
it's just some War Thunder plays right here, just trying to rush around the back of a tank.
He's dead!
There we go. Only took, losing 2 Panzer 06s and having 2 being tracked, but he gets the ram too eventually.
Jaeger's gonna get forced into surrender here by the Wasp, I would think. No, they're actually hidden by smoke, so technically he's okay.
Yeah.
If they can't see me, if I can't see him, I don't have to surrender.
Yeah. And I've really taken, like, that's a really good strategy you could do, just popping smoke on a unit that's pinned down so they don't get surrendered. I never even thought about doing that.
That is true, and that's why, again, these guys are the best of the best.
Mm-hmm.
But we are going to see some stormtroopers are coming on in that will cause quite a bit of a kerfuffle. And those Jaegers cannot get close enough to use their Fausts, and indeed, I think we're going to see the surrenders.
Yeah. And this is, like our Renters, he's trying to push through the middle, exploit what he's got. It's a bit tough exploiting when we have his Rosps, and I think what's going to happen is Renters is still going to be pretty much shut down and can't really move out of his town. He's got the Panzer 06 now repositioning. And this is a really tough position for Renters. He has to try and exploit the advantage given to him while also stopping this armored rush. He's getting Piats now to try and sneak on by, but...
Exactly, that's what I was making the call out for. But,
Piats.
These 2 L6s right here to the north, they might be tracked, but at the same time, they are not dead.
Nah. And it's also tough for Renters because his only armor he can get is like Ram 2s. He already lost 1 out of a potential 2, and Ram 2s are pretty expensive at like 140 points.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not like most other British divisions where you can just get some street honey stirrage out to try and counter him. It's really down to like at 1 single Ram 2 to try and make something happen.
So, not to get too cinematic here, but are you sure that this is not the Arnhem map and not St. Mary-Glees?
Yeah, it's starting to look a little bit like Arnhem. I mean, you got...
Of course, I did say that, and the thing I immediately realized, this is not the Red Devils. My first thought was like this, I don't know why, I was like, hey, they're in a town, there must be a paratroopers.
They're surrounded in a town, it's goddamn bridge too far.
Yeah. That or Battle of the Bulge.
Yeah, of course they use Patton tanks in the Battle of the Bulge, because Patton led the Patton tanks.
Exactly.
You've got second round 2. And, well, nice thing is this Panzer 06 is mostly stuck in place, so it's just going to be a peanut gallery.
A peanut gallery or shooting gallery?
Shooting peanut gallery, there we go.
Ah,
whether you're shooting the peanuts or shooting peanuts at targets is down for you to decide.
You know, the thing that stuns me right now, this is a 59 to 41 map. This it completely flummoxes me that the Allies here are not going to be trying to move around to, let's just say, block off this arterial running north-south to the middle of the map.
Also, just looking at a bit of map art, like this whole like blue middle section reminds me of like an oven mitt.
That's
true. I've
true.
seen an oven mitt here.
That's true. Yeah. Oh my gosh, there's a YouTube channel that had the puppets a long time ago. I can't think of it.
Oh, I think I know the one you're talking about. Yeah.
The Evolution of a Hipster. That channel.
Yeah. Yeah, one.
Pia lofting a shell downrange and of course misses.
It misses, and the Fauchek is just gonna pop out, and a bunch of angry Germans are gonna force out Pia to fall back.
In the meantime, we have one Corbeau minister's truck desperately trying to get forward to repair that one L6. I don't think it's gonna happen.
They're just a little bit too far, yeah. But that's a good play trying to get Corbeau's munition up, but it's just too late.
Yeah, it was a couple minutes too late.
Yeah.
Bridge too far and a few minutes too late. But for a few points more. Oh yeah. But in the meantime, this town is conspicuously empty. It's also been conspicuously not shelled, which I don't know what to do with at this point.
Yeah. This has been an odd match, just considering that whole northern flank has really forced Winters to, just try and deal with it and buy him time. Or buy Corbeau time at very important plus too. And it's quite surprising because usually, like, 3rd Fauchek is not a great 1v1 division. And Corbeau's making it work.
Yeah, girlfriend, he's definitely making it work.
I like the little snap. Like you won't fall in.
Oh, I would Z-snap it if I could, but that's too much.
Yeah.
So Piat's moving in to take out that last L6, which I think was waiting in the ambush position, trying desperately to be there just in case the Ram 2 just happened to go on by.
But yeah, that Piat's gonna. I mean, that Piat can't miss. That's point blank range. God damn it.
That's true, but the L6 might take him out beforehand. Oh my god. The tracks are destroyed.
You only hit the tracks. Like, jeez, mate.
There we go. It's about time.
There we go.
And here's where all of the map control just vanishes.
Yeah, but we've still got Falchakers that it has to dig through still.
That is true. So all the L6s are dead.
And the other reinforcements, actually, we've got AT guns, Pounder Shrek, more infantry to try and hold his northern artery that Corbeau's managed to exploit. And that's good. He's following up on the Russ, and he's getting the Dingo out of here, which is... That's important. That Dingo is the whole linchpin of his force.
I'm not sure how to go with the linchpin of his force, but I can definitely understand that quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, it just looks cool. It's got a nice little camouflage pattern. It's using enemy equipment against the enemy.
I do need to make sure that we notice that of the Australian animals that have been on this map so far, the dingo has the best survival profile. The kangaroos have been getting poached right and left.
Exactly. Yeah, these kangaroos have been going down quite a bit. I mean, the Fiats too. But, yeah. And now, you know, Rinters, he's getting some ground back up north at Ram 2 is going to be lovely. But he still has to dig through Falchagers, and that's going to be a bit tough, I'd have to say.
True, and when all of his materials are getting taken out by this IPAC Adolf Vierzig, it's really, really quite bad. Oh my gosh, there's two of them here. They're actually being useful. This is so stunning for me, because again, like you said, the third is not exactly a division you think of when you think 1v1. Yeah,
it's... They're very... I'm trying to think of the word here. Very
underpowered, shitty.
They work really well when you're engaging targets from 100 to 800 meters, but anything past 800 meters you lose, and anything really CQC until at least B phase you lose. So it's tough, and also having to rely on 45-point infantry in A phase to be your only mainstay infantry unit is tough. I mean, with 91st, you got Ursat's trooping to kind of sprinkle in, fill in the gaps with some of your Falchagers.
They are the mortar between everything.
Yeah, it's like the Falchagers are like the flake bar in your chocolate sundae ice cream, or vanilla ice cream sundae, and the Ursat's troopers are the vanilla ice cream themselves.
Got you. So the deliciousness and the stuff that's no longer quite as delicious, but still good for you.
Yeah, and we always make sure to eat the flake part first.
True. So we're have the oh my gosh. The interface, the UI is having a fit here. It's going 51, 49, 50, 50, 40, 49, 51, but it looks like Winters is finally getting that bit of a point value back. And at least to me, this is the absolute most scary part for Corbeau, because he's now thrown away 300 points of material in this first part. In the first 10 minutes, he's lost a good chunk of troops.
Yeah.
So what does he call in for Phase B? He doesn't get really powered up until much, much later.
He does have B runs, which are pretty nice. They're going to be good at dealing with enemy armor. He gets Falchiga Pioneers and whatnot to help find the town. But it's still going to be a bit tough from here on out. I mean, that B run's just going to get rickety wracked by the Spitfire.
That is true, and he was going all club on that one.
Oh no, his Mesmate coming in. Save the day.
Yeah, that's not going to be fast enough, dude.
I don't know. He's...
Oh, wow. He barely got touched.
That
was 100 rounds of machine gun ammo. That was it.
That was it. Yeah, I mean, shoot to kill, man. Shoot to
kill.
Wait,
and weapons are jammed, too. So the B1 can come back around. He's trying to get eyes on that Ram.
Yeah.
And if he does, that's over.
Is he going to hit it? Yo, he is heavily morale damaged. And, yeah, he misses.
Arg.
The Duck will be cracking back home with no kills.
True, but he has at least jammed the weapons, which is no mean feat either.
Yeah. But it's definitely gonna just keep it back now, at least. The thing is that the Ram 2 Ram 2 isn't really a great unit to use. He had to, because he had to deal with the Fiats, but that's really the only armor he has to deal with. as against third Fallschläger, it's all soft targets you're going to have to deal with. So it's going to be interesting to see how Rinters tries and employs this ram too.
So quick map art in the meantime. If you look at the red posture right about now, it kind of looks like a slightly deformed giraffe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can see it happening. I'm seeing like a. I know. Like
Fallschirmjägers are gonna come up. Or they're coming up to try to pick up that as a. Oh, here comes a Faust. It's coming.
It's coming. The weapons. The weapons are jammed. Oh no! Oh no! I think he's gonna get out just in time.
Oh well.
And these Fallschlägers are holding on really well. Like, I've been behind enemy lines, but, you know, they're supposed to be surrounded. But, this is really just buying time for Corbeau to get more defenses up north. And we've got rifles behind enemy lines, but they don't really work well when you're fighting against Fallschlägers.
You know what does, though? A Tripolston.
Oh, Tripolston. I mean, that's 3 20 mils. That's 3 times better than a regular 20 mil. That's just quick maths.
That's 60 mil. That's 60
millimeters of fire. I mean, that's more powerful than a 57mm AT gun. I mean, that Tripolston is more effective AT weapon than a 6-pounder.
I didn't even realize exactly how many rounds a minute it puts out as well. Good gosh, 915 a minute?
It's pretty ridiculous. It's no Flakwerkelin, as a Flakwerkelin does 999, which is an extremely German number to be shooting out of. But,
so more like, yeah.
yeah. But it's still rather deadly, especially against Fallschlägers as, I mean, 3 20 mils. I wouldn't want to be shot by that on a good day.
And shockingly, the Tripolston couldn't see it, but the Fallschirmjägers were able to put fire down. Ooh, and they're going after the scouts.
Yep.
And now splitting their fire. This is not good. Here's the death of this Fallschirmjäger squad.
And here he goes, pinned down. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, the Tripolston did take quite a bit of damage. It is only a truck in the end of the day, so it can die rather quickly. Especially against Fallschlägers.
Oh, and the ram is back up and running. That quick Bedford supply came on in, and for a mere 400 munitions, he was able to get him back up into a brand new tank.
Used to be a used tank salesman.
You know, I've been trying to offload some like some T-34s for quite a bit of time, but the Czechs won't even. The Czechs, all their money is bouncing, if you know what I mean. That's a very dated joke. The Czech Republic first, for those of you out there who have no idea what I'm talking about.
It also works pretty well because a lot of guns bounce off the T-34. Did he shoot his own supply truck?
He got captured.
And then he shot it. Though. He could have just easily capped it back, yo.
It's dirty though. He doesn't want a third-hand ammunition truck.
Well, I'm guessing he had the option on to shoot enemy supply, and that's what happened. But that's a
curious decision.
Yeah, I'm guessing he just had shoot enemy supply trucks on as an option, and that was just an accident because that had to be an accident.
It was an accident, an accident. Well, right now he's using his AB-41 to that I don't know how to call it. It's little.
It's like, some Italian armored car thing.
Yeah. He's for some reason shelling that house.
Yeah, pretty much the same as the Fiat or the Panzer F6 we saw earlier, same gun and everything, but on a recon car, and it looks absolutely ugly. Like the paint job's terrible. It looks like a hunchback camel with a small head.
Terrible gas mileage, the whole 9 yards.
The whole exactly. Even if it manages to move around 9 yards.
I can't sell that. That thing's a lemon.
I know it's not even a tank. It has wheels.
Good point. I wasn't even thinking about that part, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah. I'd have to be the used APC salesman. And I guess we can split revenue in half tracks, considering they're both.
True. Yeah. True. You know, we tag team those sales. You know, you sell the front half, I sell the back. Just think, guys, it's an all-terrain vehicle that you can use with the kids.
It's got a machine gun on the front and a machine gun on the back. 2-5 run/run. The perfect APC for you.
Forget business in the front and party in the back. It's party everywhere.
Damn right, especially we've got MG42s.
But they're hideous, but they're still getting some work done. He's holding that Southern Arterial, and he's just shelling anything that comes in. But you know what? I think that Wolverine might have something to say different about that. Yeah,
that Wolverine's going to easily blow out a thing out of the sky. I would say out of the ground, I'd say.
Out of the sky would have
worked too. Out of the sky, but yeah.
He's got high hopes.
Yeah, high hopes and blown up dreams. If he can hit.
Well, shockingly enough, he bounced that last round. I'm not saying he was able to penetrate, but free chance he might have been able to do it.
Yeah.
But
this has been pretty tough for Winters because he's been, even though he has the units to counter, he's been constantly on the like defenses on the back foot. As Corbeau's he's pulling the punches this entire match. Pushing down south, pushing up north, and making Rinter's life hard. But now Rinter's is starting to get a bit of a foothold. Got the Wolverine down south, infantry to whatnot to cover. And Corbeau doesn't really have that much on the map, just unit rise. It's pretty light.
That is true, but what he does have, he's using like a surgeon uses a knife. Good gosh. He took out that Northern Ram too with one last Panzerschreck individual.
That's good.
And right now we basically have a DD, the priest rather, that's on the front lines as if he is some sort of direct fire tank.
Yeah. And also the Wolverine went down south to a B1.
I didn't see that. I did see instead that we did have some Canadian air coming on in, and he became Canadian Bacon. As was ME-109. So those guys have just been absolutely brutal. And I guess here's a second B1 coming in, looking to find that priest, trying to bring some holy wrath on the holy orders.
Yeah, but this is exactly how you should be playing Third Fauci, because B1s are such a vital unit, as you don't really have that great anti-tank weaponry to begin with. So having, the flying light anti-tank gun, knock out the Rams, Priests, Wolverines, etc. is vital, as those tanks are the scariest thing that he will have to face.
He might be able to... Oh, no, he's not going to go for the Priest. I thought he was going for the Priest still, but no.
He went for the infantry, I think.
Yeah.
Which is an odd choice, so I'd have to... Maybe he lost sign the Priest last second? That's what I'm guessing.
But here's the problem now. Now we have all this anti-air coming in.
Oof, yeah.
2 Tripolstons. A more durable Crusader coming on in.
Problem is, all the Canadian AA only has 800-meter range, so you have to keep him rather close to the front line.
Yeah, but what AT you're going to see out of Corbeau? Again, just he's going to bring in more and more of his planes, and you're going to shoot them down, and we have this hideous self-repeating effect here.
Yeah, it's going to be down also Rinters getting some Spitfire fighters to try and actually kill Corbeau's planes instead of just, getting them to retreat and fight another day.
Also accurate. So, make a guess here. We do have the Axis right now getting a +1. Do you think Winters and your Canadian brethren will be able to turn this around?
Maybe. Just maybe. He's pushing back. He has the town still under his control. And just unit rise. He has more stuff on the field, and that's important. It's just about keeping the B1s at bay. As for Rinters, that's priority number 1, getting those B1s out of Sky. And he's dealing with it, because look at all the goddamn AA he's getting.
Yep, a second Crusader being brought on in. And I will make fun of these things all the live long day. Ooh, wait a second. Down to the south, AB-41 might take out that... Nope, Tripolston almost did it. Didn't do it. Never mind.
But that AB is doing good work.
Yes, it is. He will have no ammunition in just a second here, though, so that's a bit of a problem.
It's only for the oh yeah, he's almost out in cannon. He's completely out of machine gun, which is... usually doesn't happen much, but he has less machine gun ammo and cannon ammo. Which is a bit shocking, really, because I swear you could put, you can definitely put more than 400 shots of machine gun rounds in the air.
Not if you watch Pentagon Wars.
It's a snowblower with enough ammo to take down half of DC.
The scout that can't hide. Yeah. But it is a +1 over here in favor for Winters one more time. So number 1 is getting that +1. The question is, it is now in that phase C where all the super duper heavy airplanes can come on out.
Yeah, at this point, Corbeau 145 points to take that's a lot of money, and he can get Volker-Rolls, more B-runs, more Messerschmitts. And it's going to be about using that effectively to just keep the tanks at bay, but really have enough ground forces to stop, the pushes. You still need ground forces if you have a huge airplane force.
That is true, but I feel like these Flushmaker Pioneers need to remove a couple of obstacles, and they're going to be great.
Yeah, the first Stormtroopers are out of TNT that they're going to engage, so they're definitely going to win that engagement. Yeah, all the Stormtroopers are out of TNT, so those Flushmaker Pioneers are going to have some fun once they get those grenades out.
They're also throwing they're throwing rounds down range over at the Tripolston, though, too, so... Won't say much for their long-term survival opportunities here, but...
Yeah, Falltrigger Pioneers are such like an odd unit because they're great because they're Trove Man, but they don't have submachine guns. They're still using the FG-42, so they're not that great firepower-wise at CQC. They do have semi-automatic rifles which help, but what helps better usually is a submachine gun.
Otherwise, you're kind of subpar when you're firing.
Exactly. I like. Yeah, that was good. That was good.
I do what I can. A Sherman 3 being brought on in now as well. And from Germans, ooh, he's living a Stug life.
Yeah, just a regular Stug 3. Means like it's only real tanker he can get. He maybe get like another one or two, but it's gonna be tough because he's just gonna be out armored compared to 3rd Canadian, especially if you know Shermans. Shermans could match up pretty well to the Stug.
That is true. I had a pithy comment on my mind that completely fled. Oh well. A good rush now of infantry coming in over here from a winter side of things, and I kind of feel like he's definitely got this under control now. He's got the +2. Yep. He's got lots of stuff, and his stuff is shinier.
His stuff has more guns on it, which is more important, as you want guns to be able to shoot the enemy.
That's true. He uses a lot more gasoline, but he is shiny in chrome, isn't he?
It's very shiny in chrome indeed. And he's got a lot of infantry being brought in, and yeah, just Corbeau really ran out of steam after that initial rest. He just does not have the ground units to really hold. You don't really have AT guns. You don't really have that many good AT guns or tanks. And 3rd Canadian has good AT guns and tanks in spades.
That is true. I do need to make a quick call out though. We are seeing vehicle after vehicle getting plowed out here. B1 taking some hefty damage, but the anti-air cover is getting more and more scanty.
Yeah.
And whoa, Stug takes out the Sherman 3's engine in the south.
He's a goner.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Which means the Germans, surprisingly enough, dominate the south until that Wolverine gets up to the front.
Yeah, and then once Wolverine gets in, it's as well. I mean, 3rd Voucher, they have they have Pack 40s and Flak 88, but that's it when it comes to 1.2 kilometer weapons on the ground. So it's just. It's really tough, especially in like more of a map like this where the southern side is so open, and there's there's not that many. Well, up north and town there's some good CQC spots, but still nothing too great to be entirely honest.
Now it is again funny for me that we see this priest self-propelled gun here. He's a couple hundred meters from the front every single time. I mean, it's pretty cool, but at the same time, it's a little bit shocking for me.
Yeah, it was pretty, especially against 3rd Voucher. It's such a good unit because all you're fighting against really is infantry. So it's just going to be able to pick them off left, right. Your B1 comes in
and takes out 2 of them.
Damn, that's good. That's exactly the kills that Corbeau needs, but it's not just about killing them, it's also about retaking the ground, and that's going to be tough.
That is true. But I feel like, again, he takes out the air cover and his own planes can just strafe for days and just pin down all this extra infantry.
Fair point. Fair point. It's going to be slow going. I mean, Corbeau... Renter's already in the lead, beating Corbeau out at the moment. So, that's not good. That's not good at all.
So now he's desperate. I said Corbeau here is desperate. He brings in both his ME-109s to strafe and pin down. Does so. Stug does get the kill.
Yep.
Question is... that Crusader in the center of town.
Yeah, it's just gonna... the fire support is just gonna destroy all the infantry. I mean, now the Messerschmitt comes in, getting strafes here. We're doing some strafes, and the Crusaders getting some good hits. Snag Hound AA, and here comes the Spitfire. Not gonna be fast enough, I think, to catch up, so... those Messerschmitts aren't gonna get out. Oh, no, Spitfire's engaging. And if he can kill that Messerschmitt, that's gonna be a huge... yeah, there we go. Because you don't get many 2-star Messerschmitts in 3rd Vouch. So that's a good kill.
I don't want to say it's over, but the fat lady seems to be warming up quite a bit.
She's ready to bust out the vocal cords.
Yeah, she's going me. She's testing her scales, man. She's going for those arpeggios. She's coming up soon.
Exactly. That's exactly. And yeah, just Rinters has managed to bring it back. You've got Achilles now, which is definitely some heavy AT weaponry to deal with his Stug.
Yeah, but I'm not really sure we really need to have Brad Pitt come onto this picture.
Yeah, it's I was thinking, are you making a Fury reference? But and I
No.
realized Troy, and I realized
Yeah.
Troy. But yeah, yeah, it's a little bit overkill because once it killed the Stug, it's not going to be useful. But yeah, Stug needs to die. That's pretty much bugging up his own northern flank.
Every single time we see a Stug come on, I start listening to Gangster's Paradise in my mind. I won't lie.
You just living the Stug life, yeah, can't.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
MG's in the cannon in the MGs. But alright, no, B1 comes back in. He's going after that Wolverine. And really Staghound AA and the Crusader are out of position. Well, actually, one of them doesn't even have a gun. So the shells are falling in every direction. Ooh, and fires 11 rounds and doesn't kill.
Yeah. Yeah,
and he's dead. He's dead.
Yeah, that's the thing of B1s. It's 50-50. Sometimes you get, just, one shot after one shot. And then other times you have a complete clear opportunity and you fail.
Whoa, wait a second. This ME-109 might have saved the day.
Yeah.
Drawing away the firepower here. ME-109 gonna make another strafing run? No.
No. And I don't think the Canadian AA is gonna be oh yeah, it's gonna be enough to wrong Corbeau to full out run back on another B1 up north to deal with Achilles.
And there's no one there to stop him.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he waited to bring that into the absolute last second. Still doesn't get the kill.
Nope. I mean, it's called Achilles for a reason.
Yeah, I gotta shoot him in the heel, man.
Exactly. And he's coming around in for round 2, but the Spitfire's gonna come in and that B runs bucket. Unless the Messerschmitt. There's no Messerschmitt, so never mind.
No, they pulled back in the interim here.
And there's no AA for 3rd Fallschläger on the field, so yeah.
Or Sod. In the meantime, though, we are back to 50-50. And shockingly enough, the Germans are slowly taking back this town, despite the fact that all these are heavier vehicles here. The Stug is proving invaluable here.
Yeah, it's providing some damn good fire support, and Corbeau has managed, bring it back to the 50-50. Still, 9 minutes, capture up to 500 points. Not impossible, but pretty tough still. You need a +2 to really take it home.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, you'd need like a +2, geez, barely to get by, +3 to be safe. But that's not going to happen with 3rd Fallschläger. You're just too slow.
That is fair. That is definitely fair. And Winter's driving home the points. It brings in more infantry just to kind of say, oh, you thought you had this territory. Nope, never mind.
We have lots of rifles. Rifles for days. 15 points. Get all your rifles. Bring your rifles.
Super cheap. It's a Black Friday sale. Crusader's going to engage this Stug. Very, very brave, amateur. He might actually freak him out enough here.
Maybe. I don't... Actually, yeah. But he's going to be falling back. Keeping it alive. You want to keep a Crusader up to deal with the Fallschläger Pioneers.
That is true. In the meantime, B1 making another gun run. Oh, wow. He took out the Wolverine to the south. And there's a single Spitfire still there trying to engage the ME-109. Okay, now if I'm this B1, I'd be trying to make runs at the Crusader and the Staghounds, but it's not to be.
It's not to be, Khan. Same with this Messerschmitt shooting down the Spitfire. AA is just too much. And I'm very happy at Rinters. He's bringing all the AA he can because that's really all he needs.
He desperately needs it, yeah.
It's lovely because it works well as shooting down planes and killing all the infantry. It solves both of his problems. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yes, and when the other divisions just made it birds, that's definitely a good point to hold on to.
Exactly. Oh, it's Stug 3 down south is okay, the Germans managed to surround the town again with like what, a Fallschläger Pioneer and a Stug 3. And look at the +2 support.
Holy crap.
Yeah, look at, it's no way is Corbeau gonna take his back.
Corbeau's the dude getting the +3.
What? With a single Stug, right, we got a pre-CD being brought in, but that's not gonna be enough to deal with a Stug. These 2 Stugs are pretty, well, also to be runs during the strafing runs have really saved the day, jeez.
I think we might be seeing a German win.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to be too. Oh wait, whoa! The priest is going up to shake hands with the Stug, and the Stug says,
Nope.
"Get your paws away from me, you damn dirty Canadian." For the record, Rangru was not a damn dirty Canadian. He's a very clean Canadian, or so I've heard.
Yeah, but I just had a shower like an hour ago.
True.
Yeah, I'm very clean.
Once a week, whether he needs it or not. Crusader's going to go down. Oh no, weapons jammed. The Faust does jam the weapons there, so they're gummed up in the works. Yeah. And yeah, Winters I think is going to tap out. Winters number one. Oh wait, Corbeau's number one. Or Winters into number one.
Corbeau's number one.
Okay, never mind. So number one maintains his position here. I always forget that.
What the hell was that? That was back and forth, and I honestly didn't see Corbeau bringing that back. But the B1 Stug 3 combo.
The first 90 seconds, there are 6 kills, and they're all by L6. Beautiful.
I'm really amazed that came back. I mean it was a very cheesy rush early on, but it didn't. It really messed up Rinter's mojo going on for a bit. But Rinter's managed to bring that back for the middle part of the match, and then towards the end he just kind of lost everything all at once, and then two Stugs just completely destroy his lines.
Okay, well, I wanted to say one of the SPWs by Zwilling. 7 kills here. Ellen had 4. Pioneers did really, really well. Stugs had 4 kills apiece. There's a fair few standouts over here.
Yeah, damn, those SPWs did do really well. And the Panzer 06s getting a nice kills. I mean, one getting 2 6-pounders and a Piat. So yeah, that's pretty good. The B1s knocking out those important tanks and AA and etc. And looking at the kills for the Canadians, nothing really too
the Ram
crazy.
2 basically. Ram 2 just taking out the L6s early on.
Yep. And the Rosp as well, getting some decent attacks. But that was a crazy match. Bit of a Jason Pollock painting for quite a bit of it, but
True, but I love me some abstract art. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, exactly. And I do love seeing aggressive players play aggressively. And I mean, Third Valtryek's on a great breakthrough division, but Corbeau made it work. So yeah, there we go.
He certainly did. But folks, that's going to end our coverage, at least for right now, unless we hear about a crazy game coming up later on this week. If you folks want us to check out your game, you're in the league, or you just have your own match, of course, hit up either one of us and let us know about that game. And we'll check into it.
Of course.
But for the meantime, I'm Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangru. Take it easy.